Paw Pack.
Hi, I'm Naraya, the eldest daughter of the Paw Pack.
I'm Tamaya, the middle child.
And I am Tia, the youngest.
Welcome back to another video. And today, well, first off, I'm going to start by saying the mother is a little under the weather right now. So if she start barking and stuff, like, just excuse her.
Like crazy.
But we are doing a Valentine's Day special with the mother of the Paw We are going to be putting her in the hot seat, asking her some questions about love, relationships.
I like it hot.
Valentine's Day, whatever.
All right.
Stuff like that.
Well, let me answer. Let me just. My voice is a little deeper. So let me ask this: am I answering questions or responding as your mom, as the woman of God, as the therapist, as just
all of the above?
I personally want you to answer as like the woman.
Okay.
Like you yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like,
all right.
be yourself. If you just so happen to view something the therapist way or as a believer, just
real raw and honest.
Oh.
Oh God.
So
you guys, our mother's a little real.
She's a little
Very
raw.
real. Yes.
If you haven't met her before, she's
just
a little
be
raw.
prepared.
Talk about rip that bandit out. Shoot.
Okay, so I have the first question, Mom. It's the same question that I asked Dad.
Oh, okay. Well,
In your opinion and in your marriage, what does love look like?
Love has so many different layers. It looks different in the beginning, in the middle, and toward the end. I think you grow. Oh, I ain't gonna be long-winded.
The end.
The end. Yeah,
Because we have parents that have been married 50-something years, and so I've seen my in-laws' marriage end, and that looks just different. So love has many different layers. It's all about support. It's about loving somebody right where they are, not for who you want them to be, but really accepting who they are. And I think that's where it gets tricky and difficult, because you have this image of who you think you're married. And then once you really get into this thing, you see that they might not quite be that image that you had in your head of them. And so it's about accepting where they are. It's about supporting. It's about lust, comfortability. I mean, like all the things.
Lust?
It's about because you have different phases. You know, every night is not gonna be like
Hey, bounce to that dance.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like, I love you, but we just hugging, you know?
Right.
It's different levels of
Intimacy.
intimacy. Love is not intimacy. So love is just really, really deep. And I feel like if you don't know the God that created love, it's going to be very difficult for you.
Wow.
You went too fast when you said that intimacy is not love, child.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that's,
Sit in that.
we can't do that right now.
All right.
Well, I actually have the next question, Mom.
Okay.
A lot of people say that marriage doesn't work for our generation, right? You see people divorcing left and right as soon as something doesn't work out or someone doesn't make a certain amount of money or there's a change in circumstance, you know, people just kind of end their marriage and they're on to the next, and you know, there's always something else out there type of mentality. Would you agree with that sentiment that marriage doesn't work for our generation? And is marriage still something worth striving for, in your opinion?
I believe marriage is something 100% worth striving for. I do want to give generations credit, though. I think you've seen, like me, we've seen our parents' marriage. Excuse me. And so in seeing things, we learn what to do and what not to do. So a lot of the conversations in the world right now is basically people saying, yeah, if I gotta be married like my mama and them was married, I don't want no parts of marriage. And I agree with you. I've seen some stuff in my parents' marriage too, and I absolutely was like, hell no. So no,
wow.
We
no,
grown,
y'all don't
you
want-
grown,
Y'all- who y'all want me to be?
We grown.
I'll be who y'all want me to
Go
be.
ahead.
Speak.
Right. So in giving credit to you all, you've seen some things and you're saying, no, we don't want that. At the same time, I believe y'all have a real sensationalized, unrealistic viewpoint of love that is very one-sided.
Yeah.
You all are some generations. I'm not dogging you. I gave you your credit. Now here's the critique. You really are selfish in a lot of your ways, and it is about me. Everybody wants to be gratified.
Yeah.
Porn is about self-gratification. Style, flair, everything is, I put this S on, I. And you cannot be in a relationship talking about I. And that's why it's difficult. Is it worth it? Yes. Are you really gonna rub each other the wrong way and stuff like that if you go into it with the wrong perspective? Yes. So if you shed some of those mindsets, there is a time to have that. I'm not saying in your 20s you can be selfish in your, you know what I mean, in the different phases of your life. But when you get with a person, it's not me, it's we. And that's where it becomes very difficult, learning how to become we.
But you do say it's something worth striving for.
You should absolutely strive for. There's something real beautiful about monogamy and one person sharing your life and building your life with. Oh, it's so intimate. And I'm afraid a lot of people have never experienced what that really is.
Wow.
So they dog it.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
You want to go a little deeper?
When you haven't had the real thing and you've had knockoffs, you dog it, you put it down because you've never really been loved properly. When you've been loved properly and you know what that thing feels like, you want everybody to experience that.
I want to know.
Yeah. But a lot of times people are in fake relationships or they never really reach that level of love.
Yeah.
And so they dog it. They don't want to be married because they don't have the real thing.
Well, what does it take to reach that level of love?
Patience. Acceptance.
Like, is there like an age limit? Do you have to be at a certain maturity? Like,
Do you have to make a certain amount of money? Do you have to look a certain way?
No.
I think I just
Go ahead. I never know. I want to hear what you think.
I think you have to really try to get to know your spouse. Like, you have to talk. And, like, I'm talking about deep conversation. Like I just said in the last episode, I like to talk deep. Like, I'm a deep person. But go ahead.
You know what? This is the part we don't like, though. You aren't going to be able to talk in deep without having deep experiences, without weathering storms. Believe it or not, storms of life. Having, have not, on the mountain, in the valley.
I'm in the valley right now.
Yeah, without those layers and being vulnerable and honest about those layers, you aren't going to reach that getting to know somebody.
Wow.
If you have a facade, now I don't want to go too deep and I don't want to talk too much, but a lot of people have
You're in
their
the hot seat, ma'am.
Okay, well, they have their representative. They have, and they don't know themselves.
Right.
Because you can't be honest with yourself.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's true.
And so if you not
That's
keeping
good.
it real with yourself,
Take notes.
how you gonna keep it real with somebody else? If you disassociated, okay.
yeah, because we can.
So sorry. So sorry.
Woo! To be
All right.
continued.
All right. I'm back now.
Another question.
Pause.
Oh, you had one?
No, go ahead. because
Pause.
Mine was gonna be.
Sorry.
What's the best thing about marriage, in your opinion?
And has it changed? Because you are almost at that 30-year mark. You guys will be 29 this year, I believe. You're almost at 3 decades, which is crazy.
Oh my God.
So what she said, and has it changed?
What's the question? What's the best part about marriage?
Yes.
You know what? This might be corny.
Oh God.
Oh God.
I swear to God, for me, the best part of marriage is after you've lived your day and you get under them covers with that person.
Aw.
And it's just you and him and y'all throwing them legs on one another or rubbing feet.
Okay,
And you just kind of melt into one another's world. And it's a world that's not shared with anybody else. Just the two of you.
Just the two of us.
We can make it if we try.
Just the two of us.
That is so
They don't
cute.
sing like that no more.
They so don't.
Yeah. I think that's one of the
Now it
beautiful
needs-
parts about marriage.
Wow, I love that. And has it changed, to my ask?
Yeah, it's changed over the years.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm 30 years.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's changed.
You're up there.
First of all, can I just switch gears a little bit? How do you make it to 30 years? Because people aren't making it 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm 25, about to be
I'm about to say,
in
woo!
April. Woo! And, it just seems a little...
You got to come that way. You got to come that. Go ahead.
I'm saying it seems a little impossible. Like, I only know that it's possible because I have parents who have done it.
And
But
grandparents.
and grandparents. But even some of the people I do know, it just doesn't always work. Like, how do you make it work? How do you take these two imperfect people who, for whatever reason, do want to join their lives together, and how do you make that last? Like, what is the secret sauce? Because these people need the ingredients. Society needs the ingredients.
Well, I think I'm just kidding.
We're not sponsoring the.
Oh, yeah.
That's stupid. I think everybody has their own secret sauce,
Okay. Ooh.
and you gotta
Love that.
master your sauce.
Period. Come on, master the sauce.
Master your own sauce. I can give you my
Yes.
ingredients, but you gonna take what you need from my ingredients.
Ah.
You gonna come up with your own seasonings and your own sauce. With my sauce,
That's good.
That's good, Mom.
That was too good.
I'm
my
ready to
husband
cook.
is very patient. You ready to cook?
I'm ready to cook.
Let her cook.
Let it
My husband.
My Who's saying that?
We have these
Oh,
conversations on a daily, by the
We
way.
do.
Like,
Yeah,
this
like,
is
this is
nothing
very-
out of the
yeah,
ordinary.
My husband is extremely patient. I don't think we would have lasted without it.
Wow.
My husband has a tendency to overlook or accept my hyper. We are very much opposites.
Yes.
So if I'm high, he low. Lately, it has switched. I'm very low and he real hyper. Excuse
Shout out
me.
to the Papa the Pop-Back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how you make it last. You have to know and learn each other's strengths and weaknesses and apply them. You can't know them and not apply them. I think a lot of times in my sauce, grace, there's a lot of grace. The base, the root, the crux of my sauce
Come
is
on,
grace.
Rue.
And you can't be married without it.
Yeah.
Y'all, I ain't gonna do that.
Who is
Listen,
y'all?
some generations extend no grace. The minute you F up and you out of my life. Some people abuse grace. Okay? So I'll leave it at that.
Well, since you said that, I guess we can go on to this question that I have.
Mm.
We just gonna turn it a little
We be
bit.
shifting gears.
Since you said, people be effing up and stuff like that. Do you believe
Uh-oh.
there are deal breakers within a marriage? And if you do, like what are reasons people should, I don't know if this is a good question to ask.
Yes.
But
there are
It's
deal
her
breakers.
opinion, though.
It is
So
Yeah,
not.
it's just-
It's
it's
not
just
her
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 feel
opinion.
differently.
All of this is her opinion.
My opinion. And not necessarily as a therapist, me either.
Because when you get married, it's for better, for worse, and all that stuff. But is there a line that if you cross, I need to go? How much do you take from individuals
Yeah.
You personally,
in a marriage?
Personally, don't put your hands on me. Don't you ever put your hands on me.
Period.
I will never live with anybody that raises his hand to me. I think any type of physical abuse, sexual abuse, don't use your penis to punish me. Don't use sex to degrade me. Those are deal breakers. I think, so I'll stay on me. So physical abuse, any type of sexual abuse, infidelity, infidelity is bad, but y'all know what I've taught y'all, right?
Right.
Yeah.
From a mom's perspective, I believe, depending on the age that you marry, Give your spouse one.
Oh God, we're gonna get canceled.
Controversial.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Can we say that for a different episode?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
we're gonna say for a different
Yeah,
episode.
It's too deep of an
Yeah,
explanation.
we can't
But
go
I'll
into
say it again, depending on the age and stage that you get married, men and women, I'm not giving anybody permission to cheat on me.
Right.
If you do, though. All right. And
Maybe
if it
nigga.
results in a baby, absolutely not deal breaker for me.
Mm.
I'm not taking care of nobody else's kid. In that regard. Some people think finances and abusing finances, but for me, those are the top three: physical, sexual abuse, infidelity resulting in a baby. I don't have no questions for you. It's have a good life. See you later.
And I asked that because from what I'm seeing in the world, now I don't know what everybody has going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know people's situation. But it just be seem like people just be giving up like so easily and just leaving relationships like for whatever. Like, and like I said, I don't know what happened, but it's just like, dang, could we see a little like more fight? Like, I be wanting people to stay together. Like, I'm a love girl.
For me.
Well, we don't know.
Let's stay
what's going on.
together.
I
No, because people be crazy sometimes.
That
Mental
is
health
true.
is very real.
Ooh.
And to be honest, y'all, you don't know what be going on behind people closed doors.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's true.
That's
So
huge.
what people may say is the reason why they're breaking up or deal breakers may not be the real thing.
Right.
Sometimes people really be struggling mental. Sometimes people be doing some
I believe it.
dark
some
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not fixing to explain to you why I chose to leave that marriage.
Right.
So I don't want to ever discredit anybody's decision to walk away. I understand now that I'm at a 30 mark, I understand why people walk away at 30 years.
Yeah.
One time before, I used to be like, well, if you stay together 30 years, I can see, why would you? I get it now. You know what I mean? Because I'm here. And I see it from a different perspective. So, yeah.
I'd be so hurt. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm hurt too. I'm for marriage. I love
I'd be like,
marriage.
stay together.
I have a question, Mom.
Mhm.
I've heard a couple of people on the internet say that marriage wasn't beneficial to women. So I wanted to ask you, in your opinion, do you believe that marriage is beneficial to women?
Dear God,
Here she
Here's
goes.
how,
Jumping in the deep end.
here's how I will respond.
Let her cook.
As a woman,
I want you to be honest.
I am
raw
about
and
to be honest.
Okay.
as a woman, it's difficult. As a black woman,
Oh God! Oh God!
as a black woman, it's even more difficult. God, y'all, I don't have the time to really go deep
We'll
into
follow up
why
another episode.
I'm saying this. Is it beneficial? Sure.
I don't
Should you build your identity on it? No.
Mm.
No. Should it be something that you ultimately strive for? No.
Mm.
Is it pleasing to God? Yes. And what I mean by building your identity for, I don't want nobody thinking the end all to be all is marriage, because I just don't believe that.
Yeah.
Can you have a full life without it? To be fair, I don't know, because the majority of my life has been spent with this one man.
Praise.
Can you have it and you be okay? I want you to experience it. But am I going to look
I
down
will.
on you if you don't? No. I hope that made sense. It's such a loaded,
Yeah, that
Okay.
was.
I'm
it's
sorry.
so loaded.
I like to
That
get
was
deep.
heavy.
and I think our
Jack.
time is out. So it's so loaded.
No, we got some time.
Like, girl, what is you talking about?
Because there's something I really been wanting to ask you.
Ooh,
Go ahead, girl.
you're going to put in a lot of work as a woman.
Mm.
Ooh, okay.
You're going to put in a lot of work.
You gonna put in a lot
That
of
man is too. It's different.
Yeah.
Especially mentally, physically. But think about it. Sex is very pleasurable, but you're getting pounded on a lot. You're being entered. Again, beautiful if it's mutual and you are experiencing that pleasure. God, I pray you experience pleasure. You know, but think about it. If it's not pleasurable and somebody just hammering on you night after night throughout the day,
We're going to have to work on it.
it's not beneficial. Cooking and cleaning, and you have to carry children. And no matter how much people go, it's a wonderful experience. It is. It's very tiring, and it takes a lot of toll on your body. And then your body will never be the same.
Yeah.
And then psychologically, y'all, it just goes into being a woman that is married. Is it beautiful? Yes, if you love the right way, though.
Yeah.
If you love the right way. Yeah.
That's good, Mom. You know, I've been wanting to ask. There's two questions I really want to ask, and I'm trying to narrow down the one that I really want to ask. And bless you. You know how you say bless you and it does not sneeze?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
sorry.
I'm just curious. Now we're shifting gears again here.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know I'll be 25 in a few months, and I've
I'm
never.
touch you. Keep telling me.
I said that in the last episode, but just in case you didn't see that last episode, that's why I'm saying it again.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
But I think you said it here.
That's a
but-
milestone birthday, so keep
It's okay,
saying it,
don't
boo.
You guys, I'm excited about it. If you
Keep
couldn't
saying
tell.
it, boo.
You'll get there one day, trust.
Not worried.
What's my? You made me lose my train of
I'm
thought.
sorry.
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
This is a question we
sorry.
wanted to ask. We're trying to
Oh.
narrow it down.
Yes. I've never had a boyfriend. You know, I've never had my first kiss or anything. It's not something that has really, opportunities haven't really come up like that. So I was just wondering, as a mom, when you see that, and maybe a daughter or two, do you feel like something's wrong with said daughters? Is there any like concern you maybe have? Like, do you ever feel like, oh, well, maybe they don't have this or they don't have that? Like, what's kind of your thought process when you look in our lives and you see that step of life has not been taken yet for whatever reasons?
I think it's precious. I think it's beautiful. I think y'all might be a little mean. Not mean, guarded a little bit. I think that might be my fault. Somewhat. I'll take a little bit of accountability, responsibility for that. I think it's so precious. I think it's a testament that you know who you are. And let me tell you what I mean by that. So many times, especially women, we have a tendency to attach our identity to a man. We do it in the 3rd grade. We do it in the 7th grade. We doing it in high school.
Oh, God.
And it's like your sole purpose is to want to be with somebody. And what it shows me, Tamaya, is you don't mind being yourself and loving yourself. To me, it's a testament that you've taken the time to really explore your interests, what you like, before you get into the habit, into the ruckus, into the circus of trying to be something to somebody else. I think it's actually very healthy. And I wish we would normalize it a little
Because
more.
a lot of people would look at me and go like, oh, something's wrong with you.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So I was curious.
And I
how's
think
my
something's
mother
wrong with
feel
you
way?
that you had a baby at 13. All
We're
right.
getting cancer.
Which one you know?
Okay, nice.
I do. I think that there's something innately wrong
By choice, obviously.
right when you want to be see, I almost choked. I just think that we rush it.
Yeah.
I think that we go too fast. I think as young girls, we move too fast. Been there, done it. You feel like you ain't nobody till you got a dude.
Yeah.
Or somebody chasing you that you walking with. Stop that. Love yourself. Get to know yourself. But man, value yourself so much. This body of yours, this mind, you are a treasure. Stop sharing it with everybody.
Absolutely.
That's good.
And I think that's one of the lessons that I've taught y'all all of y'all life. You don't have to share. You are a treasure. You are valuable. Why would I give my beauty and value to everybody? Everybody should be able to holler at me. And it's not about the way you look or your skin color or nothing of that nature. Now, I'm a woman. A man might have a different perspective, but we know men will holler at and bang anything moving. So it's not that you can't.
Anything they can get.
Right.
Yeah. But you are a treasure. I'm not sharing my treasure with everybody. I'm just not doing it. So I think it's beautiful. I admire. I wish that you would take that a little bit further and explain to others how you've done that in life. And never be ashamed of that. When the time is right, you're going to want to do all of it. And then we're going to be like, oh my God.
Yeah. And can I just insert myself here?
Please.
Insert.
Because as their older sister, you know, I actually admire them. Like, I feel like you have to be a very strong individual to do that. And I would say, like, yeah, hold your head up and walk on that. Because, can't no nigga can't just, you know,
We say that in
approach
our
me. Like,
culture.
I really don't think dudes be that stupid. Like, they kind of know who they can play with and who they can't, you know? So I just feel like...
And some will take that as a challenge. You're going to be... If the right man is going to value that, because they want... get so
I was just like, is there something wrong with me? Like,
No.
is there something
No.
I need to do to maybe make myself more like, how come people aren't in my DMs? Or how come people aren't like just hollering at me? You know?
Be careful of what you ask for.
Yeah, and Tamaya, you be busy. Like, you're booked and busy, boo.
They holla. It's a choice to be single. It's a choice not to want to.
They don't holler at me.
I'm just saying. Let me shut up. This ain't even about this episode. Go ahead.
But that's a part of how can you get to marriage and you haven't even been in a relationship or you haven't even talked to a guy before. Like, people in life really deal with this kind of stuff, and then you internalize it and think that, oh, there's something wrong with me, or would I be a good wife, would I be a good person, because this hasn't happened for me, and I'm looking out in the social media and everybody and their mother is booed up with some, you know what I mean? So it's a real
the
thing.
reality is there's a lot of competition out here.
Yeah, that's what I'm
There's
saying.
there's a lot of competition out here. But I'm saying that to say you even have to even be more secure with yourself because there's so much competition. There's a lot of quantity. There's not a lot of quality.
Quality is the key.
And depending on what that man is looking for, he will be in your DMs. If you show it and they like it, they gonna be in your DMs.
Meet me in person.
Meet me in person.
Like-
Our parents didn't have this social
Yeah.
media.
Right.
That's how I want it to
Right.
happen for me. Yeah.
So,
But
yeah, it's a lot of competition and it's always gonna be. And so that takes their attention away too. When that man gets serious, he'll come looking for what he's looking for. He'll want to marry what he's looking for.
You're on one this episode.
And don't be
How
all
so?
desperate.
yeah,
Let it
I'm telling
happen
you, you gotta be
naturally.
a strong woman to do that.
You really do.
Yeah.
A lot of discipline. It takes discipline from both men
It
and
does.
women. That's in that secret sauce too.
It does.
Because we can all play.
Are there some qualities that you're intentional about raising your daughters to have when it is time to take that next step? Any characteristics or things that you can kind of pinpoint, especially for those out there who may not have a mother or who don't have these types of conversations?
Wow. You guys really, for me, I want you to love God first. Love yourself. You cannot love anybody else without really knowing and loving yourself. And you're going to be growing and you're going to be changing. And I say that because when you get in a relationship, there's going to be this temptation to change who you are for that man.
Yeah.
Because remember, it's a give and it's a take, and you're trying to become one. And so he pulling his way and you pulling your way. And you got to try. So sometimes you might go all the way to his side. Sometimes he might find himself coming all the way over to you. So that's why I always harp in you studying yourself, your interests, your goals, making a name for yourself.
That's good.
Because when you take on his name, you're going to take on a lot, okay? Other qualities. Be a problem solver. I don't think we got enough time. Be a problem solver.
Keep going.
Keep yourself together. Enjoy your own body. And then you'll enjoy him. Don't be no timid in that bedroom. Get it done. You know what I mean? Have fun and get it done.
This girl over here. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying these are qualities. Yeah, you're gonna have to have those because
Period.
there's competition. You're not doing it for competition, but at the same time, don't do nothing that you're not comfortable doing.
Period.
You know? Oh God, there's so
Oh,
much
we
I have
can
to say.
honestly keep going. Like
You gotta land the plane. Sorry.
You gotta land the plane.
Yeah.
Any
Y'all
more
have anything
questions?
else? I was gonna ask you.
I mean,
No.
there was tons we could have talked about.
Yeah.
But we don't have enough time.
Yeah.
To be
Sorry.
continued.
Great
Go ahead.
episode, Mom.
Y'all energy low. I'm sorry.
No,
Our
that's
energy's
okay.
not
It's
low.
just
No.
we appreciate you keeping it real and helping us get direction. You know.
Mm.
And
just-
honestly, I'm like really processing
It was
a lot of things that were said. Because I'm doing a lot of self-reflection right now, babe.
Yeah.
So I'm over here like, you know what? Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
ready.
Yeah.
So
Look at her.
anyway, I don't know what they're talking about.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, Mom. Let's give Mom a round of
Woo,
applause.
because she
We
under
put
the
her in the
weather.
hot seat.
Sorry about my
She under the weather and she still sat on the couch to get in the hot seat with us. So we appreciate the mother.
And hopefully we don't get sick.
Oh,
And
I'm
won't.
sorry.
Please
Thank you,
subscribe
guys.
to our YouTube channel
Yes.
at the Pod Pack. Follow us on
Pod Pack.
Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it and come back to us because we'll have more for you.
Yeah. Engage. Please engage.
Yeah,
Y'all
talk
can-
to us.
Yeah,
Comment.
write your comments, questions. Engage. Don't be afraid.
And remember, spread love, not hate.
Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
It's okay to be cute and saved.
Be careful how you treat people.
We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.